Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are finally back. Oh, wait, hang on. I gotta. All right. Now I can. Now I can hear it. Now I can hear y'all. Welcome, welcome on in. We are finally back. We are finally back with some more Ace Attorney investigations. If you're wondering why I did not stream last week, I was at MFF. It was a great time. I am going to be posting videos from MFF here very soon, including a video that I actually got asked to film from my friend Tokens Arcade. So that will be posted soon. I am still working on a lot of other projects in the meantime. But with that said,
also, spoiler alert, they're also sick. So.
Oh yeah, I also have con cred.
Yeah, it happens though. Usually something to mess with there. But yeah.
Thank you so much for the follow, Cheese Dude. Welcome on into the stream. And we're about to bust some mysteries tonight. Right, we got when we last left off, we met a very rude Interpol agent known as Agent Lang.
Yeah, see, I the second we look at the clip, you start doing it too.
Yeah.
I introduced him to the L game last time we did this, and
yeah, we aren't gonna be really doing it because it takes up too long for people to come up with words. But that's a joke from Jello Apocalypse if you watch him. But yeah. Anyways, enough yapping. We got a mystery to solve. We gotta find out who kidnapped Ernest Amano's son Lance,
and then killed the guy.
I think that wasn't that someone else that died? I don't remember. All right. Anyways,
it was the butler, I think.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna make sure that the game works. It was me. We'll find out.
I'm the one who did it.
Yes.
Well, hang on. I need to the haunted house. For the background, I gotta make sure that I gotta get the game audio fixed up here. There we go. Because OBS hates me for some reason. But I'm not gonna let what happened 2 streams ago happen again.
We'll be able to hear everything this time. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh, he's gonna die.
Yeah, it's the curse of it's the blue badger. Or no, wait, no, that's the proto badger.
It's the curse of it's the curse of the proto badger.
All right. So, yeah, Fen, you want to do K, because Ziggy's not going to be here tonight.
Okay, I'll try.
Alright.
Yeah.
Chased out like a pair of peasants.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, K?
There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is?
A lobster.
This Discord VCM is going down how fast? Wow, okay. You really shouldn't steal anything. However, I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal?
A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with ever.
That's something we can agree on. Well said, okay? No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands, when I apprehend the murderer myself.
And kill him. What?
Alright. Wait, what? Alright. And I'm going to work extra hard to get a good to be a good assistant. Let's go.
I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just going to drop the issue. Yeah, come on. Kay is awesome. You can't help but love Kay.
It's honestly becoming Phoenix and Mia again. First,
yeah.
About it.
Yeah. I always consider I really like I mean Kay. I get really good. Kay is really more energetic than Maya. I will say. The first thing we should do
Mia,
is
not Maya.
Is locate the real scene of the murder.
Hey, check this fountain.
Pabs, you're up.
It's Edgeworth.
Detective Gumshoe.
Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium. Hurry, sir. It's supposed to be hush-hush, but they found witness at the stadium.
A witness?
Hey you, what the hell are you about leaving your assigned post? The jig is up! Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir! He's gonna get dragged off again.
At least he didn't get dragged around that time. That time he ran with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves.
It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness.
But first... Nope, okay, we're not gonna talk about the sign? Okay, fine, bye.
The wriggling piece of plywood.
That's
It was
the
the real
pink
deal with the bandage and everything.
That's the pink Badger truck. The pink Badger mobile.
Hmm.
I thought there was a witness here.
Interrogate the truck. Where were you on the scene
Yeah,
of the murder?
I don't see anyone.
Who?
Oh!
Long time no see.
Emma!
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just need a sip of water. Alright,
I was gonna do it anyway, because...
Alright, you can do Emma. You can
Ben's
do
already
Emma.
doing K.
So good to see her again. Holy crap.
Yeah, keep it going.
Alright. You are Miss Emma Sky, correct? This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Sky. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor, but I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics.
I can't believe you remember me, Mr. Edgeworth. You know, after you stole my game.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Emma was originally supposed to be the protagonist of this game. Of course I did. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad?
You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes. Scientifically. I've been studying non-stop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit.
I see. Alright, well, first things first, we gotta catch up. It's been 2 games. I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in these past few years.
Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm going to be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Ian.
Sorry.
You got it, it's okay.
That's a bad combination of water and Cheez-It. Alright.
You're good.
You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances?
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Sky. Nice to meet you. I'm studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you?
Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday. And I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief.
Ah, cool. Edgeworth, you caught him already. A great thief?
Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any
But
case,
that's my job!
we have much to catch up on.
You bet we do.
Alright, first things first, look at this.
This is the symbol of a prosecutor, right? I don't think I've ever seen you wear it, though.
Well, I'm not as enthusiastic about wearing it as you are with your pin badges.
I know, right? I mean, I really want to put even more on today, actually. Oh, hey, I like yours, Kay. You have any extras?
Sorry, but there's only one of these in the world. And it's proof that I am a great thief. Just haven't
So does that
properly
mean I can
masturbated.
borrow yours, Edgeworth?
So why are you here, Emma?
Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And then I heard that you'd come back, so I thought I'd race over here. I had really wanted to welcome you back to the airport, but I had just missed you.
And how exactly did you know I was here?
Through the power of science, naturally, and hacking. Never underestimate what science can do for you.
She just casually pulled out her 3DS.
I thought it was just a
Never
regular
trust
GSI.
airport Wi-Fi's.
Oh wait, no, this came out in 2009, so the 3DS didn't exist yet.
Yeah, it was the DSI.
Yeah. I used these to track your footprints, and I followed them straight to you. This set is the greatest, though it's wonderfully scientific. Spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine a special light on it, zing! Footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking.
I just realized her sunglasses have like code in it. That's crazy.
How I chased you
I don't
over here
even-
when you went
I
to a
wonder
taxi
how-
is
I
beyond
wonder
me.
how that compared to the original pixel sprites. Forensic science
Well,
has
you
never
can
seen
figure
more
that out now,
ominous
can't you?
to me
You can
than
actually turn that on can't you turn that on the fly?
I think so. I don't
Never
think
actually,
that. I don't
never
think.
actually
I don't
tried
think
that
the.
option before.
I don't think they did that. I don't think they allowed that for the heads, the waist, the close-up sprites. Probably just for the smaller ones.
Give it a look.
Alright.
Give it a look.
Yeah.
All right.
You have an options button.
Yeah. Hang on. PC settings.
Should be at the gameplay section.
No, I don't see it. I think you can only change it in the menu. Oh well. Anyways.
Jim. Whatever.
Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Are you not the
you
witness
must be
Detective
talking about
Gum?
my pin.
Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about?
Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs your scientific doohickeys right now, pal. He said.
What was that man thinking, or rather not thinking?
Let me guess, there's been a murder, right?
Yes, unfortunately. There's a sudden glint in her eyes, but I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? Alright.
I mean, there may be a man in the truck.
I assume this is another Badger mobile?
Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger's car.
Yes, this is the retina-searing pink model. What's that off in the distance? It's the pink Badger, of course.
Oh, hey, it's the Pink Badger. Badger, get.
Badger. Just what does she...
Mushroom.
Thank you. Just what does she see in these silly things? Oh, God.
Alright, I get it. Who's in it?
I think this Badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Are you, by chance, the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak Badger dance. Okay.
Rip it off
Take
their
head
head.
off.
Rip it off.
Let's see who's underneath the mask of the Pink Badger.
No! Oh my God!
Oh, god damn it. I'll do K now. You got little bag.
Alright.
I'll do K now.
Can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore.
You're spitting music. You're... No! Why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief.
It's why couldn't you understand what I was trying to tell you? I mean, really. I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying in character. But you couldn't pick up on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking. So I'm going to just be direct.
I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare.
So you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too,
Should I?
Pink Badger.
You could say that, but right now, I'm just a Pink Badger, dearie.
She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman.
My name is Wendy Oldbag. But you can just call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy.
Nice to meet you, Miss Oldback. I'm Kay Faraday.
What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you?
Yeesh, just trying to be polite.
Alright, well, first things first. Badge.
Go on, AG. Show me anything, and I'll let you know, and I'll tell you all about it.
Very well, what do you think about this?
It's nothing special.
Somehow I figured she'd say as much. Wow, I was expecting her to go around to her to ramble about it. Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met?
I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me. Edgy Poo, I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get the chance to see you again. And here you are, talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. Oh god, I can't do it, I'm sorry. I can't do rap god.
Hang on, oh, it actually does save.
Hey, look at that. Now you can do it, hun. Good job.
Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old they get. They continue to shamelessly flirt with young girls. Why just the other day, it happened with my Yun, who I finally got to notice me. He went and got into an arranged marriage with an 18-year-old. I don't see what he sees in her at all. As they say, the persimmon takes 3 years to ripen. That girl
Seem to attract all sorts of people, Mr. Edgeworth.
Kay, I'm begging you, by all means, do not provoke her any further.
No promises. Aren't you forgetting about something, Mr. Edgeworth? That person could be the witness.
Honestly, I hope she isn't, but I don't think fate is going to be so kind today.
I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that?
So true, she is the witness.
I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag.
Yes, it was just a little while ago. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder.
You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes?
Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me.
Alright, we're...
Oh.
Oh, God.
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was very terrifying. It was a very terrifying experience. Let me tell you what. The girl just said, "I'll tell you what."
Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately.
See, unfortunately, you tagged on at the end. Supposed to mean Edgy Poo.
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady. Steal her wallet.
Nah.
Steal her purse. Roger.
Okay, so... Alright, let's press... Hold it! You mean you took a break from being the pink badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard working keeping kids' dreams alive. I've been in a busted head before, and it can be pretty hard.
Yeah, same here.
You smell of sweat, your hip creaks with pain. You even begin to dream about work.
That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know.
Well, that's why I chose to come take a break here. That's why I chose to come take a break here, Whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids. Are you nuts?
So what did you see while you, the pink badger, were resting?
Oh, yes, that. Well...
Alright. Hold it! You saw two men. Can you describe them for me?
They look like your average shows, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't care of remembering much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
It's alright, AG Poo. Those two were just foals compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them.
Alright. Hold it! You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place?
Absolutely. That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired.
Didn't try to help the person that got shot?
Only one person! I'm only one person, you smart alecky brat! What could I have done? But I took off as soon as I could find... As soon as I could to find someone who could help.
Two men, one bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go on in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
That's so true.
Self-centered, aren't we?
While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
So, about the new problem.
What is that giant grin on your face for?
Do you want me to show you something really nice?
No, thank you.
Don't be so mean, I swear it's something you're gonna like.
Ooh, there's a cell phone. What is that gadget you're holding?
It's a bomb!
No.
What you see before you is the secret of a great thief.
Ah, I should have known it would be worthless.
Aw, don't be like that. Ahem.
Ooh.
What do you think now?
What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I'm gonna input the necessary information to run the simulation now.
Are we going into this VR chat thing I've been hearing so much about?
This is a Pokédex. Once it's done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, where no other bird dares to take wing. One alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real, modern-day Robin Hood!
What is this?
You ever saw the movie Tron? Yeah, that. This is a little recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into Little Thief.
Little Thief? I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. But I suppose if I use it like this... Let's see, Solfax said two men were facing each other. And then a gunshot rang out, the victim fell to the ground. Dead.
Ah.
Dead.
So with this, we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So, what do you think?
I have to say, I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yanagarasu.
Indeed.
It totally would have been Emma's job if it wasn't for, you know... Oh, but if there isn't enough information, or if something is out of place, the recreation would come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony.
You got it. Catch on really quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right now, this simulation is recreation of that witness's testimony, so for now I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in this simulation in the ways you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little Thief with me, so you could just let me know, okay?
The way that the gun was shot.
Yeah. According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right. But
if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
Huh? What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item?
The body.
The bullet entered his abdomen and exited through his shoulder.
The gunshot. There should at least be a gunshot left over. That makes any sense.
If this thing was moved, how did they cover up the bullet part?
Alright, yeah. Let's try this.
Yeah,
If not, don't.
Yeah.
If not, don't worry. We can heal. We'll heal after this investigation's over. So we got
really.
Take that. Take
yeah.
that. Yeah, I knew it. This is the contradiction.
Eh? Something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce that the other crime scene was not the real one?
Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right?
Right. The fact that there is no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony.
Reggie Poo! How could you doubt me like that?
Are you
calling me a liar? Men are all the same. I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down.
You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there is another explanation for the distinct lack of blood. Oh, logic.
Logic.
Alright, let's review what we got so far. So no, there's no way the
I think we gotta talk with the other red guy, I guess.
Alright.
Hey, red guy, what you up to?
It's a silhouette of the killer with a gun with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer?
Well, can't exactly input what we don't know into the little thief.
She has a point. Alright. You know what?
I guess not.
Maybe we could...
We already discovered that, and we already talked
Wait, we could test for blood with, Emma, because she has luminol, I think.
Yeah, but we don't... But there isn't any blood here. Is there anything else around here? I guess this is a logic. I don't know.
Well, let's try it. Again, room for error if we complete the investigation, so...
Why?
What?
Is it not possible that... Alright, I guess... Well, Edgeworth is talking here. Is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
What? Do you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers? How?
I think we can reasonably assume there's a very good chance that he was. And if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes... Aha!
But Mr.
That's
Deacon's
what I was
blood
thinking,
would be
actually.
inside the costume instead of on the ground. No, it
Precisely.
wouldn't. No, it
Precisely.
wouldn't.
Now, if we could only prove that the victim was wearing a costume...
You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints.
Emma!
But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Footprints, huh? I wonder how we could go about finding some of those.
Alright, now we talk with Emma.
Yeah.
Go, Emma.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we can switch over now, probably.
Yeah, let's switch.
is amazing. Just feel the power of science.
Alright. Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints?
Finally, my expert knowledge in forensic science is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Very well. If you can please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work. We have 2 scanner things. Hey, I found something. Look over here.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth.
These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
And we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time.
You can?
What? Alright.
Go ahead, hon.
Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
Am I the only one crazy and, like, I think we're missing a step? How do we know he was in a costume?
Oh, it's the footprints.
We found those afterwards. I mean, costumes didn't walk out, but, like, how did we deduce that he was in a costume?
So
The footprints,
so the victim,
look at him.
So the victim was wearing a costume when he died.
And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please.
Alright.
I came to the stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw 2 men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
Oh, that's still nothing.
It's the
Do
same.
you want me to do K there again, or
Yeah,
Or,
double? Yeah, because you'd have to double up on K and the old back for that bit.
yeah.
yeah, and plus, I'm sure we might run into Lang again later, so...
So does this mean that Solback's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See, I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Solback to put into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony.
There was.
What the 2 men asked if the one of them was wearing the costume.
Yeah.
Okay, well. I guess we gotta press on one of them at the very least.
Hang on, knowing what we know now, thanks to your recreation...
Contradiction stands out like a giant sore thumb.
Precisely, it's all becoming clear to me. Let's clear up this issue with some well-presented evidence and get this over with. Alright, let's...
Good.
Alright, I happened to glance over and I saw 2 men facing each other in that area.
We'll press first.
I mean, I think it might be...
Hold it!
Yeah, it's the same thing, so...
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it's the exact same testimony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's...
Okay, so if it is, then you should be able to... Oh, wait, if you say it's... Yeah, the second one, if it says they're regular, you would have known if one of them was a badger.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. Alright, let's try. You know what? Hang on. Let me.
It's gotta be the costume. It's gotta be the
Same
second
first, yeah.
costume, not the first one. Even though they're two different badger costumes. Nope, not yeah.
Alright.
This
Objection! Two men? How did you know the gender of the two people involved, seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time? Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it! I saw it with my very own eyes! Have a seat in the second tier.
The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs. Which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap.
I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people. But I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in a single stage shadow.
Alright, it was hard to make out the killer and the victim that Old Bag saw in the stage's shadow.
My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like, oh... Let's go back to the
Judgment's a lie. You do not need to repeat that. Yeah. Actually,
sure?
No. Okay, one bit of history is at the very end, and that's because it cut off.
Okay.
Yeah, it just... let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it.
That's just right.
Yep, and you're back over. Because we are not... Oh wait, maybe we're going back on this. We're back. I don't know.
Begin investigation. Again!
Oh. No. Now we're investigating Guy.
This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume.
Okay.
You got this.
The silhouettes can change depending on the information I input. But Little Thief can recreate more than just people.
God, thanks.
So investigate away. We may even find more info with which to make a more accurate snip.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Yeah. We can't talk to them. We can't talk to them. We talk to them, apparently.
Yep.
It's amazing. Just feel the power of science.
Footprint analysis again.
Again.
Thanks to you, I'm able to proceed with my investigation once again. Thank you.
It was nothing. I'm just glad that science and I could be of service.
Pretty amazing how we can see the footprints. So, what's the secret behind that thing?
Oh, you want to know? Here, you can read the manual.
Aha! Very interesting. So if I do this, I can avoid leaving footprints?
She can't seriously be trying to use information to her advantage as a thief. Wait.
Yeah, I got these things from, this, company. It was named Meta or something. Used to be Facebook. Oh, hey, what's this stuff?
Looks like they broke the stage down.
Hey, look at that. That's What else we got?
Sorry. I guess this means they're done for the day?
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow. Wait, hold on.
Or maybe the truck?
So.
Oh, we have block. Oh. Oh.
Let's try
Maybe?
this.
This makes sense to me.
Let's go!
Alright.
If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that bit of info into a little
Yes, if you please.
Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it clips through.
He got a little shorter. He got a little shorter.
This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume. Oh yeah, that's the,
That's the same stuff, but I don't know why it... Why...
Alright, sounds like a plan.
I think we gotta... Okay,
Hey, there's a mic up there. What kind of ninja is Jammin' Ninja? What kind of ninja is the Jammin' Ninja? He's no slouch. No way. You betcha.
it was a song. Oh yeah, this is a song.
Best Jammin' Ninja. Everyone's always trying to thank ya.
I think that would be the Jammin' Ninja theme song.
How's that?
How is what?
You know, what would be really awesome? If we put a band together. I can see it now. A great thief and a prosecutor, stealing the hearts of millions around the world.
The only instruments I can play are the flute and the piano.
You can play the flute while playing the piano? That's really fresh.
How many hands do you think I have? Besides, I haven't even agreed to anything yet.
Oh yeah, Gumshoe could be on drums.
There's clearly a
contradiction here?
Please stop stealing my lines.
But I'm a thief. Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at the time.
He could have crouched.
Yeesh. I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag? Yes, I remember now! The killer was standing on top of the stage! See? Now let me update the info on the simulation.
There you go. Perfect. Actually, yeah, no, that makes sense with the engine.
That makes that's actually a lot more accurate.
It really does. Yeah, no, this makes sense.
Yeah.
So for once in a while there, Elbag's actually telling it
Oh,
right.
here comes Lang.
Well. What do we have here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see.
Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium.
I see. Thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
It's not a toy.
You too.
Sure!
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Troop Grammar, that's
Wow.
another Apollo Justice reference I just realized. Holy crap.
And there
Which
you
part?
have it. You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl.
I'm not gonna hand it to you if that's what you're getting at.
Now this is a recreation.
So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer?
Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in the wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from... he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
Is that right?
How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see, thank you for understanding my little crow girl.
Oh. Not some common crow on the Yatagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion has yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up.
No, we need to know what holds up his hair. Dang, that's some good hair spray.
Alright, let's try this.
Either hairspray or some lotion or gel.
Lying in wait? How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here?
Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Dr. Deacon's movements.
Objection!
Objection!
Doctor now?
Ha! And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
Not so fast! Not so fast! You mean his motive? Who knows, and who cares? You can find that for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no reason, you have no respect for the order of law.
Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise.
He's right. The lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself.
So the officer lay in wait on top of the stage.
Alright. I'm just gonna check something here.
Well, what do we have right now?
So we got
That is
murder.
definitely the location of the murder.
Wait, but hold
Why
on.
would he shoot a dude
Wait,
in a costume?
wait, go back. I have it. Hey, wait. No, wait. Go back to the evidence of the victim.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But look at the details.
His body was moved somewhere else.
Look what the entry point of the shoulder was.
Yeah, no, we covered that a while ago, hon.
Yeah.
No,
Now
I
that
mean,
he-
it's on the back.
Yeah. Entered in
And
the
the shot in the abdomen's at the front.
Well, I
So
mean,
he was
that's-
shot from the back.
no, it was still. No,
Wait.
the simulation said it was from the front, I think.
Wait a minute. No. Ben has something.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Entered his abdomen and exited through his shoulder.
Wait,
Aha! Aha!
how could
you're
that
right.
be?
You're right. Alright, I'm gonna save here.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna save here.
Yeah, no, you're right, hon. I was thinking of it like, oh, the angle makes sense, but no. The entry and exit is off completely.
Yeah.
Objection! Yeah.
Objection! Good catch, Fen!
yeah.
Major round.
I'm terribly sorry, Agent.
I'm
Lucretius.
terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all.
What's that supposed to mean?
You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible.
Huh? Why not?
Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim.
Ben.
Yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
A clear contradiction.
You're discounting your own conclusion?
Bro, literally, if your conclusion is incorrect, it turns out to be incorrect, you gotta do that. No, this one point is the only flaw. This is the mistake parameter in our recreation. The killer is in the victim's locations, I think. I think that has to be it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the only one that makes
yeah,
sense.
because they were swapped, basically.
Yeah.
Right? That makes sense.
Yes, the location of the killer and the victim were wrong.
Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say.
That means that maybe the killer was in a badger costume too, perhaps. I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer.
Okay, that makes sense, actually.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
That would make sense of, like, you accidentally shooting him in costume. You killed the wrong
This
badger.
is what happened. It also explained the positioning of the gunshot wounds.
But then, what about the footprints?
Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume.
Okay, I'll try using that data instead. It fades back in, everyone's wearing a badger costume. Whoops, wrong parameters.
Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang?
All done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime.
Actually, that hurts it a little more there, because Meekins was in a costume too.
Yeah.
I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative. Yeah, okay. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badger-mobile. That story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badger-mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild West area.
You believe he moved the body with the car?
That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it.
The 3 tired tread marks are very telling. However, is the blue Badger-mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
No!
Nope.
There's actually, like, 2 cars in that case. What do we have? What evidence do we have right now?
No.
No. I thought we had a car in here. Oh, there it is.
That's the blue Badger-mobile, though.
Parked inside. That's the one parked inside that one. Yeah. So.
Oh!
Are indicative of the blue Badger-mobile. Story officer. Chop with getting stolen was a lie. I wish we could park. So why is it parked?
Alright, let's try. Hold it! First. Hold it! So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the blue Badger-mobile?
He must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder.
Alright. Hold it! Besides the blue Badger-mobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Not so fast! Not so fast. Recall what the Wild West area looked like. Only the blue Badger-mobile and Dr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof.
I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regard to that scene?
Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams.
Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. Retired tread marks are very telling.
L game. There's so many opportunities.
Is the Blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
No. But we don't really have a lot of other vehicles right now. Technically, I mean, we have the... Like, I mean, we could show the car, I guess, but it's like... That's the whole point of this.
You should have saved before we at least see evidence.
Yeah, let's... I guess we could try to present the car, I guess?
Yeah, let's try.
Because, like... That's like... I mean, if we had if we had the pink car, that would have been easy.
Yeah. Yeah, let's try.
Objection!
Objection! Oh, we were right. Okay.
Oh, hey, look at that. I mean, it's kind of...
Sorry,
funny,
Agent Lackadaisy, I mean, Lang. But that's an impossible tale. I'm gonna try doing it occasionally.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Yeah.
Wait, let's try that tone again. And why is that?
Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' Blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the Blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium?
Tires. What?
Oh yeah!
There's no tire
Because it
tracks
was
on that
raining.
side.
Yeah, let's try it.
Exactly,
Right
got
around
no
there.
tire.
Take that! Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as a very peculiar indeed.
Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I got it. What about Miss Oldback's pink Badgermobile?
Be ridiculous! I was sleeping the entire time in the second tier seat.
Indeed, I believe we can... I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto Badger?
That's right, there is one more parking space inside that garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must be some sort of incriminating evidence inside it. Yeah.
Hey,
Abs-
did you hear something?
Ooh, is that Lance?
Huh?
Help me. Are you alright?
Oh, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were we all this time?
Toilet, Wild West, with kidnappers.
He was in the room next to the one I was being held in?
Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers.
What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say.
The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes.
Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? What did they look like?
Badgers? No, I didn't see their faces, but one was a woman.
A woman?
I mean, a piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop staying there and get your comps on this already.
Out of sync.
I'll even let you I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you going to get out? Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get through? Sorry, get buff.
Again?
You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Miss Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no, no, no. Not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily.
Yes, you are. Smoke bomb! Don't count on me to testify, because I won't. Not for you.
That's right. I won't either. You hear me? You hear me, you young... Yep. You hear me, you young net whippersnapper?
Nippersnapper.
Nippersnapper. Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? We cooperate. Fair maidens? My, you little rascal. You sure know the way into a woman's heart. Langzi says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings? Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, okay, so let's continue.
Continue, Ed.
To be continued.
Alright. Yeah, we're going pretty fast with it. Let's keep it going.
Yep. Kitty's still there.
Yippee.
What?
Goodbye, Kitty.
Okay,
Right.
You got
Should I
this.
go back?
Yeah, you got it.
Looks like we got the boot again.
with Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder.
You mean the infighting between the kidnappers?
Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Oh, that's Ernest. That's Ernest.
Miles, my boy.
Oh, I know. Orange with him.
Tell me it's true. Tell me you really found my boy.
Yes, Mr. Amano. We found him earlier in the stadium. Fen, you did her last time.
Then my little Lawrence is unhurt?
He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang.
Poor Lance. I must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a caged animal.
My God.
Alright, first things first, what do you gotta say, Cop?
You're probably not it.
Alright, Pabs, you can do him.
It's Edgeworth, sir.
Good work, officer.
Hey, Miss Edgeworth. I thought you wanted to talk with Mr. Armando and Miss Pops.
I do. Perhaps I should start with them before I do anything else.
Okay, do that.
Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Alright, Fen, you can do this one.
Sorry, can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders.
I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. Alright.
Yeah, everything else is probably the same.
Alright, well, first
Can't
things
let anyone
first.
through.
Badge.
Seeing that reminds me of Manfred. Now, he was one of the fine prosecutors. Best of the best. I'm sure he is scandal-free to this day.
Yes, I can't disagree with you there.
Since you don't really want to talk about it.
How I feel about him, it's hard for me to be truthful about that with another person.
Hard countenance. I I don't know what you're thinking or feeling. But mark my words, I think you are Medford's true successor. I really do.
Alright.
Anyway, we did that time earlier that... Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough!
It was nothing.
I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say, I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right! I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him.
My dear Lance Amano, may I come see you again? Your beloved...
Viola.
No, don't tell me she's back. A letter?
Who?
Viola Cadaverini, remember? From Recipe for Turnabout?
Anything that wasn't the last case... I jumped in at the last DLC case of
Yeah, I remember Viola
Phoenix Wright
Cadaverini.
stuff. So if it was
The daughter of a mob boss.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't join us till Rise from the Ashes, from the 5th case of the first game.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Ah.
you're lying.
The way Lance is being chased after by a woman reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe you received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself.
Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? It is! Tender Lender! Oh my god!
Oh no.
It's a very simple
God,
love.
I can't.
Oh? Hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company. Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me.
Okay, that
I
is...
used a lot of asbestos on this letter.
Alright, let's talk to Lauren now. First things
Coats
first,
and cyanide.
badge. Do you know what this is? It's a prosecutor's badge. I'm not a bad person, and I'm not out to seduce you. Come now, won't you talk? Why would you say that, Edgeworth?
No, you're showing that to me to lord over me with how much authority you have. Well, I will not be bullied. You should be ashamed of yourself, you evil man.
How should I repent that in order for this woman to talk to me?
Alright.
I think it's not good with human interaction. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, that's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try.
Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through.
Especially since we're in a desert.
I suppose.
Where are you getting those?
If they were mean, then...
I believe you
That
said
guy.
that you were
That
Lance's
cactus
girlfriend
gonna have
when you
flowers.
first met, correct?
Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers or anything. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either? I
Still
don't
confusing
know.
me.
I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring.
A lollipop.
It tastes so sweet when you lick it. It's so wonderful.
You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring?
Hey, copyright.
Actually, they've always been a thing.
No, you couldn't call it a ring pop. Anyway.
Fabs, aren't you reading it?
Alright, fair. So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided?
Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know?
My father used to work for Mr. Armando. And so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I said too much.
I don't see how that's how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Amano Group? What did he do?
I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus.
Pegasus?
Oh, I guess this was the name of an airplane. The airplane belonged to the company.
As long as it's no one who makes card games, that's for sure. You had me... Damn, you had me there for a second.
But now, it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore.
Oh, see.
About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned.
Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made out of.
Hey, quick question. What's our evidence has again? Quick question.
Aha!
Hey, what's
Pegasus.
that?
That's a Pegasus. Well,
That's a horse.
yeah.
Is a horse. Hey, it's been so long. I don't think I'd recognize him if we were ever to meet again.
So sorry, Lauren.
But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live!
Someone sounds like she's been watching. They've been watching DJ Foxy. Anyways,
I mean,
I will prevail.
they could also be watching like Rugrats or something.
Yeah. About this incident.
Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time and I'm so afraid I don't know much about any of the incidents.
How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped?
Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition.
You based everything on that?
I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. Oh god.
People double down. Like, anytime anyone gets caught in like a little bit of lies, the first reaction before getting pressed is just to double down. She started fantasizing again. What you gonna do now, Miss Edgeworth?
We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two. Oh crap, I didn't mean to say that. The place where we were held as prisoners.
Hold it. Don't let me in with you. I can't allow you to slander my good name as a great thief by saying I was captured.
Not being able to escape from somewhere qualifies as you as a caged bird, Kay.
Besides, checked that place out pretty well while we were there, remember? Don't you think it'd be an even better idea to check somewhere else?
Perhaps you are right. What I really need right now are leads to the killer's identity. I believe there's one location that might hold a clue or two. So
check somewhere else.
So
The kidnapper's hideout.
try that. The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout.
We're still not allowed in, remember?
Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there's no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in.
The other guy. The guy in the front.
Alright. What do you have to report?
Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir.
Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside?
Sir, roger, sir.
That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you to not allow me in?
Sir, that's true, sir, but... Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir.
Gumshoe again with the W's.
And I couldn't refuse a request from him. Surprisingly enough, he owes me like $5. I owe him $5, other way around.
Detective Gumshoe has a following.
Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir.
What's this? What is this?
Oh!
Oh.
Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Penident.
I don't like the spelling of that. I don't know why.
It looks like pendant. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. He thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. The man in in this picture. Isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon?
Yeah, but the name here says call it Gatewater.
Again, again. I already deduced that name is an anagram. That's the same name as the one on the back of this pendant. It appears that Colin Devereux was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in the case 10 years ago and sent to prison.
What are
What?
you doing here?
Oh.
I'll let you take it over now, son. Sorry.
Okay.
I forgot we were saying other stuff. You good?
Apparently, he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon.
Maybe.
Now, I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give him a thorough read eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first. Think later.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try to remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer.
It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then, door's been wide open, sir.
I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail?
Sir, that door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers helped out and break the door down, sir.
I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. That's a mirror from the haunted house. And there's coffee there.
Coffee.
So, this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed.
While you were tied up, while you were tied up for a while in the room next door.
Hey, please, must you bring that up again? Now then, and down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Alright, let's... First things first, there's a costume in here. This must be where they dispose of old and worn out costumes.
It's so sad.
It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces. Hideout, there's a trash bin for old and useless costumes. Yeah, what else do we got in logic? Only one, so.
Nothing. Hey, look, coffee.
Alright.
Coffee.
I won't. Oh! Wait, there's
3 chairs.
There's
three coffee.
And there's 3 keys, but one is there. Hang on. I wonder what this key is to.
You got me.
It reminds you of the key that we found in the other room.
That's it. This must be the key to one of. This must be the key to one of the trapdoors.
That wasn't a trapdoor. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it.
Hey, but it isn't that what you were supposed to do when you see one.
I am not having this conversation with you. Cheap styrofoam cups.
Looks like only 3 cups were used.
They were on top of the table. The coffee looks like it was poured today. Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers.
There are 3 chairs set around the table.
Alright, well, 3 and 3.
We actually use logic for that bit.
Alright, let's take a look. Let's try it.
We'll connect folding chairs to the cup. That's a significant assumption.
The common denominator between the cups...
A bit.
The common denominator between the cups and folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Oh, I didn't remember that. Good catch. Good catch, Edgeworth.
Oh, yeah. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers.
Indeed, something isn't adding up, literally. It is possible that there is a third kidnapper that Lance didn't see. Alright, well, we're good for now on that. I think that's...
And Oliver was one of the kidnappers, wasn't he?
A poster of Gatewater Land is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewater Land has it all and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it?
Alright. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's it, looks like.
Alright, door?
Beyond this door is where the...
It's where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you.
Must you keep reminding me?
But it's the room where I got to see your awesome new face.
You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. A sign advertising the photo rally, something I have absolutely no interest in.
Yeah, but I do. And I'm going to get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see.
She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation.
Alright, what haven't we checked out so far?
Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a broken mirror. Probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it?
Okay, what about the...
Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state.
Wow. Whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even... They're not even a single hair off.
Yeah. That's your line. That's your line, Fen.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. I'd feel bad for using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection away.
I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to putting them away.
Oh, is there anything else we can go to?
This door is thoroughly broken thanks to police who forced it open. Oh, we got... Wait,
what's all that doing there?
That's a broken sword! I knew there was
Hey, that's the
something
thing that knocked you out.
there. Looks like
a sword. A broken sword.
strange. Why would it be broken like that? Swords don't usually break on their own.
That's true.
Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later.
What about the little door? Yeah, the door's broken. What?
Well, that's because Agent Lang...
That doorknob handle thingy looks pretty beat up.
I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force.
Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent.
But how is that possible after what that officer told us?
Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked.
Yeah. So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How could that be? Huh.
Well... Oh, no, the handle is broken. Wait a minute. How did we get into this room again?
Agent Lang and his men busted in from outside. That's what happened.
So outside that door.
Yeah, I believe so.
Why is the handle
Wait,
broken?
Huh.
Wait, but what are the hostage? How did the hostage escape then?
Well, probably down there.
The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up and wide open. Be careful of where you step, okay?
I only fell into the other openings once. You know.
Alright. I think we can logic this out now. Yeah.
Oh, they have barrels like these just outside.
Yes, and?
Well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them?
There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash.
Alright, I think we can logic this out now.
Yeah, think we got. Yeah, we got
that's everything.
Yeah, no. I think we got a logic thing now.
All right.
The door leading outside and a broken sword prop sword.
They must have just broken the door in at the door.
If not, don't worry, we got.
There
we go. It's a bit
Yeah.
strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock, and anyone could see it was not in use at the time.
But the policeman outside said it took 10 men to get it open.
A door that was locked tight, despite it being not locked at all. It could only be because of this.
Oh, you mean...
Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take another look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed?
Oh! So that's how the sword broke.
Oh, it was a barricade. Got it.
I thought that we might uncover the true identity of kidnappers, but instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Alright, Fen, you voiced the Proto Badger last time, so... Swap again.
Okay,
Well, the only reason I did that because I thought Meekins was in there.
that's fair.
What is it?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct?
What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that?
This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in our own duties.
Look, why don't you get out here first, and then we'll talk, okay?
Aw, I beg your pardon, miss.
Alright, well, where to go?
What are you getting all excited about?
You forget Bull Rally, duh. See? Look, now all I have to do is get a picture of the Bad Badger and I'm done.
Ah, yes, I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort.
I just did like 3. Oh. Hey, bye.
It's gone! But where did it go?
What happened? What's wrong?
Bad Badger costume is missing, sir!
Oh.
Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it.
I heard about how they were stolen. But they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken.
What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a bit more about these costumes you use.
I have to walk over to you to do that.
What did you mean by a Bad Badger costume is missing?
Why, just what I said, and sir. We are 1 Bad Badger short.
Mr. Edgeworth, why are you talking to
Counting
a
the
door?
spares. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all times.
Okay, so because one of them is walking around the park, the other should be in that room.
Actually, both of them should in that room. Hey, perfect opportunity
Huh?
for that.
What do you mean?
Oh, god, lag. Normally, we don't use the Bad Badger costumes. In fact... Oh, god. I'm having so much lag.
Let me restart the.
Press the stopwatching and turn back on. It usually works for me.
Okay. I'm doing that. I did that. Okay. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's a stage show where the Bad Badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir.
I'm speechless that such a show exists.
Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use the costume.
And does that make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger?
Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh Oh dear, what am I to do? What am I to do, sir?
All this basically means is that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total.
Then you're saying that there are 4 kidnappers?
No, I don't think that's very likely.
Oh?
Recall the costumes for a minute.
Stolen ones, you mean?
What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist?
Because of that pink badger costume.
Pink badger?
Probably. Take that!
Yeah.
If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yet the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes, but the question is, why?
Because the one is torn up.
Wait, that is the bad badger, I think, right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's the pants.
Yeah. Second bad badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think.
What you mean?
That costume in the trash, wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants?
Hey, you're right. Let's get out of here and take a look.
As I suspected, it's a bad badger costume.
I think for right now, I don't think I think the proto badger's gonna be talking. So you got this one, hun.
Okay. Well, minus the head.
Okay, so first things first, wait a minute, hold on. We have the head. It was in with us in the kidnapping room, the isolation room.
Yeah, but yeah,
the hand.
Examine some stuff at the very least. What the heck's that hand for?
Look, its hand is hurt.
Looks more like something was ripped off of it.
That'd be the gun. No, wait, no.
Okay, well, maybe check out the other parts of the costume.
Oh, excuse me.
Just check the example thing.
I wonder why this badger's costume's right hand is torn up like that.
Maybe it's a flesh wound from a fight with the blue badger?
Your arm's off.
I was waiting for the Monty Python.
This is but a flesh wound.
Lion?
I always knew the bad badger was one ferocious beast.
I somehow doubt that even real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that, Kay.
That's honey badgers. We don't talk about honey badgers. That's a chair. I don't think we need to
that's just a chair.
examine a chair.
Hey,
Yep, no, that's the whole thing. I think we just gotta...
is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold?
Yeah, the head.
I think we do.
Eureka! Nope.
It didn't count.
Well, I mean, it's
Really?
okay. We'll get it.
No. Wait.
Maybe it's not quite so clear.
I think you guys are missing something. And it wasn't in the evidence specifically. You know what it was?
What?
It was only for a second. That stage show. What did it say it did?
Wait a minute.
No. I want you to logic this out. What did it say it did? That stage show.
They defeat They defeat the bad badger.
And what did the bad badger have?
A gun.
Handgun.
A gun.
Exactly.
That.
On the right hand.
No. That's how we prove the hand. That pamphlet.
Alright, let's try. Alright, let's... Oh, the Blue Badger Bible.
That one. That's the only one where we see a
Eureka! Got it. Thank you, Pabs. I believe
Yeah.
what we have here is an inconsistency.
Between what?
Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be.
Oh, the gun!
Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. However... You there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand?
No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume.
As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto-Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct?
Absolutely not, sir! It's just a model gun! However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for a stage show.
It seems that our kidnappers also had the need for the model gun, my dear costumed friend.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was an accident?
Or maybe, hold on. I'm just gonna put on my detective hat real quick, is that there's also a possibility that they could have removed the fake gun, so that way they could at least in place use a real gun.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what happened there, but the funny part of it is, because of the stage show there, you would have had a fake out moment where he fires at the dude, or something like that, and because you replaced the fake gun with a real gun... Anyway.
I think we're about done with this room.
So, what's next?
Well, we found a few answers, but there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay.
Alrighty, off we go. That took an hour. In their time. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! I'm not out of the supporting role yet!
Mr.
Gotta hurry, sir! Come on!
What is it, detective?
They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir!
What?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo! That's why you gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we still might be able to get there before Wolf Boy does, sir.
Alright, let's make haste to the main gate.
Fat print.
Oh,
Again, to be continued.
9:12 is, yeah, 9:12. It's not that late for me, really.
Alright, let's continue.
Yeah.
One more time.
One more time's a strong word. Anyway.
Oh! Where's the costume detective gumshoe? I see it right in front.
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir. There it is.
Hey, there's a necklace. Was it out here in the open all along?
No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. Moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
And let's get down to it. Yep. Yeah. Sure. He says that a lot. Alright, first things first, the necklace. What do we have here? That looks like the Great Thief symbol.
Or maybe
more
wings for Pegasus.
Good call.
Bingo.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, that's pretty babies made of platinum silver too.
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon? Is it possible that these two... That's Ling, I think.
Yeah.
Hold it right there.
Yep.
He gets there fast.
Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You should know how to cross the line, don't you?
Oh.
A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence.
How can you tell?
Look here and read off what you see. Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved.
Yeah, it's K.
Hey.
Lauren?
Oh.
Hey, it's the name that's engraved on this.
Hey, Ha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper. No, you don't understand.
Lolly, I can't believe you were one of the kidnappers.
Lance.
You're kidding. Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers?
Yes. It was me. I held Lance hostage.
So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over.
Hey, guys. Case closed. Get the car ready. And I mean the special one for this young lady.
Hold it! Hold it!
Again, Mr. Prosecutor. What is it this time?
Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect.
We found it.
Found what?
That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass.
It might be the Bad Badger gun.
Yeah. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are.
Who you call a sham?
The officer's gun didn't show signs of have been fired. So it can't be the murder weapon.
So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see.
And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon?
Yes, I killed him.
I can't believe it.
Thanks for the confession.
Objection! Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed.
Look at you. So sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for?
Easy
Miss
bride.
Lauren Pops,
Yes?
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
But why? I'm a kidnapper and a killer. Isn't that enough?
Oh, jeez!
Why are you trying to cut your hair? Why are you trying to cut your hair? You're not
It's fine
Rapunzel.
if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth.
Huh?
I have a feeling Lang might be manipulating her.
Oh.
Now then,
You
will
think
you
he-
tell us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't?
You're really going on my nose, Mr. Prosecutor. You know what? I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as losing mutt. Alright. You heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today.
Alright. So, probably a contradiction. Oh, where are we?
At the front gate.
I guess so.
Should I continue Pops or Paps? Do you want to do Pops?
I think
You
you
know-
do a good. I think you do a good. You do a good Lauren, Ben.
Okay, I'll continue then. The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Armano would pay anything to get his son back, after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. There. Are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least, you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much.
Well, hey, if we're doing Pops and Lang, do you want to tag team it? Pick one?
Well, we got Kay as well, so
Oh yeah, fair.
and Lance, and I think Lance might also pop up as well. So
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll keep it there. We'll keep it like it is.
Is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
If that is the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession.
I think it's very obvious which it is.
Alright.
I think it's the last one. Because no way in heck this would happen.
Hold it! Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe he had planned on doing so from the very beginning?
Miss Pops.
Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops in the very beginning? Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you.
But why? We were total strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill
Hold it! Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops. You have the?
Start with the horse one.
Yeah. Because
No,
this has...
no. Start with the horse one.
Alright, let's try it. Take that! Okay.
Why are you showing this to me? So what about the pendant?
This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are.
Because you gotta do it in order.
Take that! These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right. They're the same color and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one. Shall we give it a try?
Wow, it's totally Pegasus.
But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
No, that can't be. So the two make a set, huh? It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything.
You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant.
The paper? Because of the name.
Oliver Deacon's real name and history.
Yeah, that would make sense. Because it's the actual name of the guy.
Yeah, let's try this. Take that! Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devilray, the name that is etched on the horse pendant.
What? An alias?
No, that's Lang. That's Lang.
Oh, okay. What? An alias?
Were you
Oh,
you high on helium there for a moment, Agent Lang? I suppose...
like Agent Liftoff.
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense given what is written in Mr. Deveray's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind the pendant.
And so
Daughter.
Daughter.
Daughter. Yeah.
Right there.
Take that! Mr. Deveray had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Pops.
That's a lie. That person was not my father.
He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in such a kidnapping plot?
Not so fast.
And what is so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
Your thinking is much too innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility.
Is that so? Well, let's hear it. Alright.
Let's go time, Mr. Prosecutor. I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that they both knew the fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the house of Amano. And the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario? Oh, scenario. Okay, I'm having a stroke. Okay. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as so well?
So this is his version of how things might have been.
Yeah, but
You don't
there's
have
one
any
flaw in his
proof that. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, there's just one little flaw in his stuff there. He's assuming that there's 2 people involved with this.
But there's actually 3.
Yep.
Exactly.
You don't have any proof that either one didn't know of their true relationship, right?
You mean that they knowingly committed the kidnapping as father and daughter?
That's right. As one really rotten family.
Is that really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence.
Yeah, I think it's something about the talking to each other thing. The 4th one there.
Oh yeah.
We just gotta present the thing that tells that there was like 3 people, and I think that had to do with the costumes, like the row of costumes.
Let's try this.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
A
save
blue,
first.
a proto, and a bad badge.
3 people. There were 3 stolen costumes.
Yep.
As it shows.
Yes. Actually, there were a few more, but we don't.
Objection!
No,
Oh, I was right.
the few.
You were right.
Yeah.
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone.
And what kind of proof do you have of that?
Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappings.
3.
4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout, but as for the other 3, we can assume they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to a 3-man group, and I believe this 3rd person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping.
Who is this mastermind?
I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping.
Oh, we get to present profiles.
Has to be...
Oh.
It has to be...
Oh, I know who it is. I know who it is. Okay, so... we have a... Well, with the evidence, I'm not gonna... we don't have to say about there. The only one evidence we have was the one last little evidence that could prove this. It's not a love letter. It's a debt collection. For Lance.
Lance set us up?
He faked it!
What?
He faked the kidnapping?
He faked the kidnapping! He set himself up so he could pay off the debt!
Yeah, that... Alright, let's go.
That
Take
doesn't
that!
make sense.
I missed that from the trials.
Lance Amano.
Yes, this abduction was in fact schemed up by Lance himself. Thank you, Viola, for making our job so much harder, because I'm sure she's in charge of Tender
That was much
Living.
easier now. Honestly, that's much easier. We wouldn't have anything to prove it to Lance otherwise.
Recall what he said when he appeared before us.
Did you see the faces of your kidnappers?
No, I didn't see their faces, but one was a woman.
However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said.
But I know I only saw 2 people.
This guy was being held hostage. That's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them.
Ah, yes. About when you were being held, I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive?
I really don't remember much anymore, honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? Like I'm made of dough. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room, blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnappers suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could.
That's the way he peeks through his eyes.
Through the underground passageway, I presume?
Are you okay?
Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but... But now you believe me, right?
No, not quite yet.
Oh, how could you not? Why did you look at me with your icy daggers in your eyes?
Because he's a prosecutor. And because they're all like that.
I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. Says you with your angry eyes. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little. Alright.
Wait. How did he say he got out of there?
Yeah.
What was that last part again? Rain, my hands were cuffed, they left me alone. Okay, well, I think I'll start there.
How did you manage to escape?
I wanted to get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked.
No, it wasn't!
No,
No! It was
This
barricaded.
is why I had to use the underground passage to make my escape.
I remember our escape to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined.
Ah, okay, so it's the last piece. Was locked tight, so...
Present the door.
Nah, back to the sword. I think the
Yeah, the sword, sorry.
Objection! You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really?
We're talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open. Right, Shina?
You know?
So,
Yeah,
right, Shina?
I'll do Sheena. Yes, that's correct. Then take a look at this. I don't really think Sheena will have a set voice, because she's literally, that's only the second line she's spoken. Then take a look at this. What is that?
Get a look at this. What is that? A sword? It's not an especially reliable one if it's broken like that.
Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by the sword, which was used to jam the handle.
Blue Brothers logic. You just put a little plastic sword in the way and you can stop an entire army.
Lance, even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not simply remove the sword and escape?
Well, why didn't I? I was disoriented. Yes, that's it. I didn't notice it.
As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own.
Not so fast! Not so fast! You've been making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way.
And what would that be?
A motive. What else? Do you honestly think that an upright, pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself.
Objection!
Harmless boy.
This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit this crime.
Thank you.
Thank you, Viola!
Thank you,
Viola.
Viola. Thanks for your donuts.
To
put it simply-
I hope you tamed the tiger well enough.
He's in jail.
Yeah, he's in prison.
To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money. This is hardly a typical love letter. This is, in fact, a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. It isn't that right, Lance?
Looks to be it's hard being the son of a rich man, too. Must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man, huh? Yeah, alright, I give up. I abducted myself.
Lance!
It's over, Lolly. In this life, we are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted was to go with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that 1 million, but now that dream is over.
Oh, Lance.
Then you are giving yourself up?
Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my Lolly. I don't like the word phrasing I used. Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go and stab us in the...
He turned on you?
Maybe he didn't want to spend the ransom money, that's my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the Blue Badger costume.
That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops.
But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless. He tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then, Oliver put on a bad badger costume. Took the suitcase with $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her that he had a gun. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly.
Still don't believe it. That person was not my father. Because if he was, I just killed my own father.
Oh yeah, that would be messy. Lolly, then it really was you. You see me peeking? You see you peeking?
Please come back in the hallway. That man was not my father. I mean, because at the stadium, there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the $1 million in it. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran, scared for my life.
Hold on. Did Lance... Hang on, remind me. Did Lance say that he had the Bad Badger costume?
Yeah, I think that's a point we'll make.
That might be... It might be the fake gun. It might be the fake gun.
Note the middle statement. Yeah, note the middle statement there.
Yeah.
I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you?
Wally, forgive me. I didn't think I would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you. So, Miss Pops, she shot her own dad even without knowing who he really was.
If what she says is true...
Are you saying he's lying? Why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
You would be surprised how often people lie without even realizing it themselves, Kay.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, listen very carefully to her confession once more and you'll see. Alright.
That third statement there.
Okay. Alright.
Press that.
Hold it! I'm gonna press it first. Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it while I was pointed at me. Father, why would you try to shoot me?
You really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't know.
I don't want to believe it myself.
But it's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it.
Up.
Put it straight at me. I'm about to die.
Miss Pops, please calm down and take a deep breath. And then, would you allow me to please hear that last statement one more time?
Yes, of course.
Hey. What evidence do we have?
Yeah, what evidence do we have?
It's the gun.
What was that costume that we had?
Oh, it was ripped from the Bad Badger's costume. It's
Look
capable of
closely
firing
at
good.
what hand. Look closely at what hand that gun is holding it at.
It's the right.
The
It's
right hand.
Left, right. Bingo.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, alright.
Let's use that.
Alright.
Right.
Objection! Hold on, it might be... Hang on, it might be the, pamphlet. Even after looking at this, can you still claim what you just said to be true?
Okay, I guess we messed up the order
We're gonna have to
there.
take
I
one
get
for
it.
the team, though, I guess.
That happens.
Yeah,
It's
we
like,
got-
oh, it's left
Oh,
hand,
we-
but like, why can't we just present this? Because it's the left hand, whatever.
Oh god.
Jumping the gun a bit.
Alright, let's just continue. Let's just skip that.
Let's keep going.
Alright.
I'm pretty hard to get Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, I know, but I refuse to allow him to ruffle my feathers. I'm gonna remain calm and collected and find my contradiction.
Yeah, it's the dossier.
Okay, yeah, it has to be the pamphlet then.
Yeah, let's try it.
No, dossier.
Dossier?
Yeah, no, it's dossier. Read it closely.
Dominant hand right.
Bingo.
Aha! Okay, good catch. Objection!
Sense.
Why would someone with a dominant right hand point
I
at
have
with
here a
his left
dossier
hand?
on your father. And according to this, your father was right-handed.
Then
The person pointing a gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon.
not so fast. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. The Bad Badger has a model gun attached to his right hand. Which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun with was his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that?
Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? Then again, I suppose I can't expect someone who hasn't never set foot in court to catch it.
Enough of this. Enough with the smugness. Out with it already.
Oh, he's sweating. Miss Pops told us earlier. That's you, then.
Okay. There was a Bad Badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it.
According to you, the Bad Badger had the gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Oh, Jesus, sorry. I've always had a bad time of snacking. I'm sorry.
Got it.
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the Bad Badger. It had those huge sunglasses on that face. But if that's the case, even I can see there's a huge contradiction.
Yes, Miss Pops claimed to have seen the Bad Badger, and yet the Bad Badger had both of his hands full. These two pieces of information contradict each other, so one must be wrong.
Both are correct.
Really?
Yes.
Alright.
Because with one of the Bad Badger costumes, the gun was ripped off.
Yep,
You can have full free hands.
they are both correct.
Impossible. That just leaves us with an irresolvable contradiction.
Miss Pop's entire statement rests on the fact that she saw his sunglasses and beard. But what if that Bad Badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower half? This proves that there was a way for the Bad Badger to freely use both of his hands.
Wait, hold on.
was ripped from the Bad Badger's costume. It's capable of firing blanks.
The head.
The head?
Think about it. Modular heads.
Oh.
That's why you talk about the pants.
Take that. The costumes have two parts of them, a head and the body.
Oh, I get it now.
The head Miss Pops saw was probably really the head of the Bad Badger. However, it is not possible that the body was that of an entirely different badger.
A different badger?
Yes, or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. Which one?
The only one that would make sense, which would be the...
It's either the proto.
Well,
Proto or the
badger,
blue?
I guess.
Which one?
Ooh, that's hold on. I don't want to.
There were two costumes that there were three costumes that were taken: the Bad Badger,
Proto.
the Blue Badger, and the Proto Badger.
It has to be the proto one because you would be able to mistake it pretty easily because of the top half. The belts are too obvious.
Yeah. Take that!
What the heck is it?
It's the Proto Badger. Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Pops was wearing the Blue Badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one.
Oh yeah, that too.
And the Pink Badger is of the wrong color, which would have been incredibly obvious. All that is left is the Proto Badger costume. Miss Pops, who is the one who wore the Proto Badger costume?
That would be Lance.
He keeps on freeing himself from his handcuffs, I swear.
Are you saying what I think you are? That Lance Amano donned the Bad Badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon? On top of which, he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing.
The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than that. A setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Pops into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Pops and pretending to be the victim. It was all done so that she would pull the trigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have to do all that, huh?
There is but one reason. Lance Amano, you are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon.
What?
No.
That's splendid. Take it back. You take it back right now.
Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand?
I'm left-handed. But what does that have to do with anything?
It depends. According to Miss Pops, her attacker held the gun in his left hand.
Not so fast. Ha! Who is what-handed doesn't prove anything. And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto Badger is bulletproof. One misfire, and he would have found himself dead, right?
Objection! Of course. Logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't be here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well and prepared accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure that he wouldn't be hit by a bullet.
What? There was something? What? Oh, another gun? Oh, the other gun. Oh, blank!
Yeah, take that! We found one half of a Bad Badger costume in the hideout, a broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing, plus it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks.
What?
Miss Pops, where's the gun you use now?
I threw it away into the sea.
That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was. Although I believe that we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question.
Not so fast. I've had enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure conjecture.
I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove that I'm right. However, I could say that the probability that I am right is very high.
Okay, let's pretend that you're right, and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, what do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor?
I don't know yet.
Ah! I knew you were full of it.
However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame.
Hold it, please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because... Saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance.
She saw the victim in the state of being restrained? Okay, so...
There is another. Yeah. Okay. So it's 9:51 right now, but we can keep going until 10 if we need. But do keep in mind it's like in terms of the
9:51.
estimate here, there is a good 30 minutes left of the case. So it's a really awkward time to do it.
I mean... Do we want to...
I don't have anything tomorrow. Fen doesn't have anything tomorrow, and unless you have somewhere to be, we can probably kick this out of here real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
Let's
Yeah.
finish this.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm
Wow.
alright with it there. If you need some energy about it, let me know.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
I came back to the hideout long after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape.
Wait, what?
So, Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right? Let's say left, right? Hold on. We thought that it attracted too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone. Hun.
All of them managed to escape. It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also shot the gun from me at that time. Stole the gun.
And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard plan to meet up at stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pop saw the victim with her own eyes. Which means that the victim was still alive at that time. Wouldn't you agree?
Why does that sound wrong to me? There must be something amiss about this account. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail.
Well, obviously the first part is you were tied up in the room. Well, the first...
Alright. Let's hold
Probably
it.
that third statement's a little wrong.
Hold it. When exactly did you arrive back at the hideout?
Sorry. It was after we had picked up the ransom money.
And where were you up until the time you returned?
I was scouting the park out and making preparations for our escape. I walked around in the various areas, looking for the best route.
Ah, so each of them had their own roles to play.
After I was done, I went back to the hideout.
Alright.
Okay, I think it's the third statement. Because we were tied up there. So press that one.
Hold it! You are sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw?
Yes, I'm certain of what I saw.
Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said that it was best if I didn't go too close to him. Lance, he's such a kind soul.
Then are you telling me that you did not confirm that it was Mr. Deacon for yourself?
I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a Bad Badger's head on, and I'm absolutely sure. That just had to be Mr. Deacon.
She saw a bad badger head.
Me? So you mean this head? Yeah, I don't think you press that. I think you just talk about it and then go to that point.
Alright, let's go. Hold it! So the tied-up Mr. Deacon was still in his bad badger costume?
Yes, and?
It would appear that she misread the whole situation. What now? Should I raise an objection? Yes.
Yes.
The person you saw was not the victim.
What? Why not?
I will tell you why not. With this. This, Miss Pops, showed us that the person that you saw was not the victim.
I got this cool head we found.
Yeah. Take that! Miss Pops, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all.
Huh?
The person you actually saw was this person. Now,
it was.
Miles Edgeworth.
How?
It was
That is the most obvious choice, is why? It has to be
It was
Lance.
Faraday. Nah, just kidding. It was Miles, dip.
Foxy!
Foxy,
wait,
What'd
you
you do?
misclicked.
Did I?
Misclicked! You misclicked!
The person you saw tied up as me was none other than Lance. No, it was me.
Nice room. You messed up.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll keep it going.
Read!
You're claiming this-
tied up to the feet.
Skip. Just skip it!
The space-time continuum. Oh my gosh. Who was it that was tied up
I
to
know it's
that
what
view?
happens when we go late, but I really don't want to be left in this kind of
Alright,
cliffhanger.
Alright.
Miles Edgeworth.
It was
Be
me.
more careful.
It was me all along. No, I'm just kidding.
It actually was.
The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I always thought it was a bit odd. Why would the kidnappers abduct me even if I had handed over the ransom? It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken the $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make me look like Mr. Deacon. If that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at that time. Well, Lance? Am I right?
That's...
You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a bad badger's head on. And then made your costume escape together. Or you so pretended.
Huh? What do you mean he pretended?
Exactly that. I believe that Lance watched you escape, and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the badger head from my unconscious self. And to create his fake prison with the prop sword. He then escaped via the passage.
Hold your tongue, boy. Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth.
Tidal wave?
We've heard a lot come out of you, but I've yet to see a shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal and his subsequent detainment. All of that could have happened while you were out cold.
That's right. You were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor.
Even if that were the case, Miss Pops would still had seen me tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I didn't go into the next room. So I really have no idea if you were there or not, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, it wouldn't seem that you can't prove a thing.
Ugh!
Hold it.
Who said that?
Ernest.
Please wait.
Mr. Amano.
Oh, Miles, my boy, it looks like you're really giving it your all. And Lance, no good to cause trouble for others. But, let's see, you're the one in charge of this investigation, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for ya.
Oh? Do you now?
Bring it over.
Oh, that helps a lot.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's a bad
okay.
badger costume the victim was wearing. And a gun! 2 of them, mind you. I couldn't wait for the police, so I went to find these myself. Swung all the way out there. It appears that they were disposed of in the sea.
Is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law?
What's the law? There now. Agent Lang, please calm down.
Huh? What the heck is that scrap of paper?
This appears to be a letter from the Chief of Police. Please allow Mr. Amano complete freedom to do as he sees fit, it says. What?
The Chief of Police? What the? Just who does he think he is?
I love the police.
Gant, you're supposed to be in jail. The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
Oh, there now. There is no need to be so upset.
Huh. I'm not a cop of this island.
Of this land.
Sorry, I'm not a cop of this land. So I'm not bound by the laws of your country.
Now. This wasn't meant to strong-arm you into anything. It's just a request. I'm only asking that you please respect the laws of the land.
I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand, it doesn't matter who found the evidence, its value remains unchanged. Alright now, let's take a look at this new evidence.
I already got the results back. At a special forensics research lab that I'm on good terms with to conduct the test. They verified the blood on this costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, only fingerprints they could find were yours, Lauren.
What?
Disappoint me, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache. Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you'll have no reason left to push my poor boy around.
That's it? These are the case-making pieces of evidence? Ha! I'll be the judge of that. First off...
Signature catchphrase. What's that thing?
What's this? It looks like there's something inside the costume head.
Hey, they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable.
Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. Haunted house. Why are they in here?
Here, maybe. Both the guns. Or I guess just one gun.
Could this gun be the actual murder weapon?
I guess so. What's the difference between that and the other gun? Oh, bullet holes. Got it.
This bullet hole.
Looks kind of burnt around the edges.
Wait, those burn marks were left by the gunpowder. This is the most important fact.
Why's that?
Because it is proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, are those not the most definitive piece of evidence you've ever seen? Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over here.
Alright, this is the final cross-examination.
These are fingerprints on the murderer's gun. And they prove that it was Lolly who killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even you must see that Lolly's only acting in self-defense.
The fingerprints on the weapon, huh?
Oh no, this isn't helpful at all! Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. In the end, all I can do is watch on as she takes the punishment for her crimes.
That may be all you can do. However, I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie.
You wound me. Why won't you believe in me, even in the face of all this evidence?
Okay, so...
As if it's the first one.
Okay.
No, they don't. You don't have to present anything. Press it.
Alright, press it. Hold it!
Press it.
Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Miss Pops?
No mistake about it. Through my connections, I have the best forensics techniques money can buy.
I find that to be a bit peculiar.
What? What are you trying to pick an argument with me?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes.
When in doubt, raise an objection.
Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Pops' print should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Pops' print should not be on the gun is...
She was wearing the costume, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was the third one. The head.
The head? The Bad Badger head?
Yeah, the Bad Badger head.
Take that! It's simply not possible for Miss Pops to have left any prints on the murder weapon, because while she was at the stadium, Miss Pops was wearing a costume.
Huh? There's no mistake, we found fingerprints.
Well, Miss Pops, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back in the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Pops' prints found their way onto the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Pops is the murderer.
You still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right?
You seem very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
Oh, Lance.
What? No way! I'm incredibly worried about her. But that doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right?
That is where you're wrong. I have the evidence.
What?
The story that Miss Pops killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murderer was not committed at the stadium at all. That is the mirror fragments. Take that!
No.
Wait, no, that's the haunted house, right?
No.
Okay.
It's the victim's costume. The point-blank shot.
0? At least 6.8 out of 10.
It's gonna wind up getting arrested.
Unless remain calm and think clearly. The murder did not happen at the stadium. In the scenario where the victim was up on the stage and Miss Pops was down below. There must be something that invalidates it.
It's the victim's costume. It was point-blank range.
Yeah.
AKA, no, that one.
Yeah. Take that!
Yep.
Let us take another good look at the costume that the victim was wearing. Then I believe you'll see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. This is the part of the costume that proves it.
The bullet hole.
Take that!
Yes.
The burn around this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point-blank range.
Ah, so you mean that the murderer Miss Oldback saw at the stadium was really...
Yes, she saw 2 people, but they were separated by a distance. If the victim was indeed shot from below the stage, there shouldn't be a gunpowder burn.
Alright.
Look at you, Mr. Smarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then?
Lance set me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that, and the location where Lance and the victim were just before I was imprisoned was...
Bam, 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 boop, bop, boop, beep, boop, bam.
I've got it. I know the real
baby.
scene of the murder. The real location in which Mr. Deacon killed is here.
The haunted
house.
Take that!
Hey, we said it at the same time, hon!
I think it's not unreasonable to assume that the murder took place in the haunted house.
The haunted house?
Yes, and I have proof that it's highly likely that the victim was killed there. What proves that the real scene of the crime was the haunted house? Has to be the mirror fragments. Yep. Take that! These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. They're fragments of a mirror.
Mirror. And what does that have to do with anything?
Indeed. You don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume.
Yeah, that's actually pretty dangerous.
However, there is one place I can think of where there is a plethora of mirror fragments. And that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose that you kill Mr. Deacon with the revolver in the haunted house. After that, After that, you stole the Blue Badger mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The timing of which when the Blue Badger mobile was stolen confirms this as a fact. Babs.
Miles, my boy, say no more.
I'm sorry, Mr. Romano, but I cannot do that.
Not so fast. Be quiet.
Oh my god.
Please, do something. Stop my boy from speaking any more nonsense.
Mr. Romano, correct. I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps.
How dare you?
I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. And to call these mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor.
What?
Sheena! Wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout?
Yes, there is a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house.
You see? Isn't it possible the fragments got into the costume there?
But, Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low.
Probability? Lang Z says, on truth's path, the word probability does not exist.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
The only thing that does not defend the only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is, do you have the definitive proof you need?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do ya?
Do I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house? The answer is no.
See? So since you don't have any shut it.
I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people at the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in connection to the murder.
Well now, Mr. Edgeworth.
Agent Lang, I have a special request.
Yeah?
I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission? Oh,
Tabs.
No, wait, Tabs, yeah, sorry.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission?
Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth.
Alright, permission granted. But you're not to touch a single thing. Got it.
That won't be a problem. All that's important is for me is that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter by who or how it's done as long as it is.
Sheena!
I'm here.
Put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll go get the Gatewater group's approval.
Hold it!
Who was that now?
Now. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain approval.
Mr. Amano?
Agent Lang, would you please take a look at this?
What is this? Sheena!
It's the deed to the haunted house. The deed?
Read it out loud.
Gatewater Land Inc. hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Romano for the lump sum of $1 million paid in full in cash. What?
Oh, as you can see, I am now the legal owner of the haunted house. Are you kidding? When did you... Ran into the owner of the park earlier, and we made a deal almost immediately. How quickly things move when you can prepare $1 million in the blink of an eye.
Ernest? That $1 million you paid, don't tell me it was.
Oh, that's right. This disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it?
Are you serious?
I don't have any more use for it, so you may have it back now.
You used the ransom money?
My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return the ransom money.
I feel betrayed by Ernest.
That way, that's the way the things are. So if you discuss things with me from now on...
Discuss? What is there to discuss?
Why? Permission to enter the haunted house, of course.
While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us.
Permission to search the haunted house is denied. End of discussion. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. And Miles, you should hurry on now, boy. Before I really lose my temper.
Oh, Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever.
And this is the cliffhanger spot. Do you want to leave it cliffhanger, or do you want to get
let's
it going?
leave it cliffhanger
There's
for
30
now.
minutes to. There's 30 minutes till, but
It's 10:16.
Yeah. I think it's either a statement to early bedtimes or really late ones because
Let's go for
it's a bit of both.
It's probably 11 where Foxy is right now anyway.
Yeah, it is 11:17.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
We'll
if
leave it at
anything,
that
we'll
then.
do what we did for if anything, we'll do what we did for cases 3 and 4 in the in Trials and Tribulations as well. So, that said, thank you all for watching. I'm just gonna get back to the menu here. Yeah. So that said, let's find someone to raid, and I think I have an idea of who we should do if he is live. A very good friend of mine. Is he
It's
live?
really heating up in here right now.
Yes, he is. Let's raid my friend King Vlad Blueberry. He's a good bean. Raid. King Vlad Blueberry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ready up, Raiders. So, with that said, thank you all so much for watching tonight. We'll be back next week with some more Ace Attorney investigations.
Yeah. Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty.
Ready up, Raiders.
Keep going.
Alright.
Alright. Tell me when you're off of it. I like this little tradition I have, kind of going through this, like, segmentally.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just lay down because it is really hot in
Oh my
here.
gosh.